It's not a party until you act like you're drunk. Well, it's 9 p.m. where I'm at, Google Plus. Used to you too, baby. And you parked it on the best spot that you're going to have on a Wednesday night. Welcome to the Attitude Shift. I am Donna M. Bowler. This is our second, not throwing gang signs, second go around at going live on Google Plus. I look kind of good tonight in all black, and noticed a little funked out little headband there. I even got some matching shoulders going on and stuff. Feeling a little bit beside myself because I'm not in the Corvette, but that's all good too. We're talking about some wifey duties tonight.
You're on camera, Andrea. That's okay.
Hi.
That's my boss.
It's all about going live, you know. Tonight is a great topic. Tonight, as always, we're ripping a page out of our real, raw, and right on lives. And we're talking about how this little thing here, a message on it, can turn your world kind of upside down, make you go, like Arsenio Hall used to say, things that make you go,
He's on.
So we're going to talk about what made me went. Ooh.
Oh,
Maybe. What happens when you live in Louisiana? Oh, no, she didn't. What made me go, but first I'm going to introduce the lady in pink. She's on my right, maybe on your left. I don't know. Siobhan Shaw. Hey, baby. How are you?
I am feeling pretty in pink tonight. And
You look
my attitude is on top of the world. How about you, Abby DeVera in LA?
I'm grand. I'm in the offices. I'm at Loudmouth. Oh no, I'm at Loudmouth Studios in Studio City. I was going to say Los Angeles, Studio City, and I'm excited to be part of the Attitude Shift today with this topic, wifely duties.
We have a topic. How's everything going over there in, like we say, La La Land? Is everything good? I mean, your studio.
It's crazy in La La Land, like 4 projects today, but it's busy and fulfilling and
That's awesome.
day off one day.
And it's shifting, huh?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
My attitude is shifting. I'm getting more work.
Yay! Yay!
Yay. So what we're talking about tonight, how we talk about those wifey duties, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that term.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about how we got to that wifey duty thing. You know, as I was saying, I got a text. I was talking to my husband, Ivy, the other day, and, you know, we were going back and forth about some things. He's, you know, working full-time now, and I'm kind of like the stay-at-home, in-between jobs, baking out of the home, doing whatever, kind of laying around sometimes, you know. I deserve it. Kind of laying around a little bit, and he brought up the fact that I was not doing my wifey, and he said wifey duties.
Aha!
So it made me go, what exactly are wifey duties? So that's how we came up with tonight's topic, and he's going to make an appearance later on tonight, and maybe we can put him in the hot bed next to me and find out what he says. He's such a little charmer. Let's see if he can charm his way out of this one.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's good looking, too, so this might be hard on us.
One of the things I thought about when we were, you know, as we started getting into this topic and doing our research, was when I got married, I didn't sign a contract that said specifically what my wifey duties were. So I'm beginning to wonder, is that what people do nowadays? I mean, I've been married for over 20 years. I'll be celebrating, I think 25 years of marriage on Halloween. I think. I lost.
Wow.
But I think on Halloween it'll be 25 years. You can ask him that when he joins us. But is that what people are doing now? Is that the new thing?
What? Signing some contract for wifely duty?
Yeah.
Hell no. Well, that's probably one reason I'm not actually married. So let's start there. There is no way you would get me to sign an obey order to do the right. To you know, pick up dirty underwear, to do laundry, to clean the bathroom, to just, you know, even breastfeeding. I have a list from everybody on my Facebook page tonight. Ask them what are some duties that should only fall to the wife or the female spouse or the spouse, and they were hilarious. So I want to read before we get into this. I want to read some of them.
Okay.
None. We got none. No duties should fall to the woman at all. We got a few of those. Housekeeping.
From men or women said that.
Oh, okay. So the first one is none. It's from Norma. She says none.
Okay, a woman says that.
She actually goes on to say, we have to accept and embrace each other's strengths and weaknesses. Okay. And that does not abide by gender. Then Susie says housekeeping, because she likes housekeeping.
I'd be fired.
Raymond says you just have to be half of the commitment.
Did she freeze? See what happened?
She froze on the air like a Stepford wife. Like a Stepford wife.
Yep. I think she just froze. John,
she looks perfect. Let's invite her back.
Picture perfect. So, okay, domestic goddess.
Undomestic. My gifts are not in those. I'm not naturally a domestic at all, and I probably feel like that I'm the last female on earth that doesn't find that easy. I'm not like I never wanted to be a homemaker. Not that there's anything wrong with that. My mom was a great homemaker. My aunt was a great homemaker. They're all like Filipino. They come from a whole line of homemakers. She's still frozen like a Stepford wife.
I know. I'm scared. I'm really getting nervous here. If you freeze up,
I just can't. I mean, I don't know. I just not. Honey, dinner's ready. No, I'm like, I use the microwave maybe if I had one.
Well, you know, it's so funny because, you know, I did see some of the things that people posted, and unfortunately I had some computer glitches of my own because I went out on the street, and hopefully I'll be able to put some of those videos up later on. But I actually went out on the street, and you know what? I was told that I do have wifey duties. And this is by a woman, no doubt, but I was told that I have wifey duties, and my wifey duties should be to come home. If I'm working, come home, make sure the house is done, make sure everything is done and in order, and then always be sexy and ready for.
Well, I'll be sexy.
Yeah, passionate.
That I can do because that's fun and I'll enjoy that. I can do that.
See?
It's not a duty. It should be fun.
What if I don't want to? And so you're supposed to always have a smile on your face, and you're supposed to always. I was told we should always have a smile on our faces, always look sexy, and these are husbands.
Is Siobhan unfrozen? But she looks mad.
Now she looks.
She's frozen, but she's like, this is perfect because it's like the Stepford wife.
Yeah, right.
She's mad, but she's not going to say anything.
Right, just going to sit there and go. But, you know, she was going to say, in speaking for Siobhan and having some of our little notes that we had, she wanted to know why wifey duties are prevalent today, you know. He was like saying they're very, very controlling. She feels that that's a controlling aspect. And we know Siobhan does not like to be controlled.
No.
So,
she's a strong woman.
Yeah, she is. And so I look at this like the attitude that we have, you know, it's going to vary because you have some women that really, really are traditional. And I'm not going to sit here and knock, you know, the traditional.
She's gone.
Someone snatched her. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone.
She's gone.
Stepford
she got so upset.
Yeah, Stepford. She's going to come back and be totally different. She's going to be like in the 50s. If she has on pearls and high heels, I'm running.
That is so funny.
But, you know, that's kind of like the, you know, an attitude that it's not necessarily that I want to shift someone from being, because to each its own.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that we as women, as the Virginia Slim cigarette commercial used to say, we've come a long way, baby.
That's true.
We've come a long way, baby. So I don't know where Siobhan went. Her chair disappeared now.
I'll invite her again.
Yes. Please ask her to join us.
I've been asking where she is. Oh my goodness! Now my computers are causing me problems.
And it's all about, I want to tell people that are maybe listening in that stumbled across us on purpose or on accident. But this is our second show live at the
Mm-hmm.
and we are working out the kinks just so you can see what we look like. That's a shame. The lengths will go to be seen.
Well, talking about, oh my goodness, my computer, what we look like, I love to actually dress up like I'm from the 50s, and it takes, I don't know, because when I do that to go out to dinner, I like it, I enjoy it. However, I start to think, these women actually dressed like this and then cleaned the house and the oven.
Wow.
And that's amazing. Amazing to me.
Yes. And I love to dress the 50s and the oldies, but I too can come home at night and take that off and go, slouch around, and they didn't. When the husbands, I just think of Leave It to Beaver. When Ward came home, he handed June his suitcase, his briefcase. She handed him. Well, on Leave It to Beaver, they didn't hand each other drinks. Dick Van Dyke Show, Mary Tyler Moore handed him a drink.
Oh, that's right. But I would like to be held. Oh, she's not
really
not a separate wife anymore. You froze like
prove
this.
It's you. I need to prove it's you. Tell me something to prove that it's you and that you haven't been shifted into a Stepford wife.
Oh my God.
That's not good enough.
No, that doesn't work. Does that scare you? That scares you?
Okay, there you go.
I think you're great.
Ah, why?
Well, Stepford wives wouldn't say that.
Well, no, they wouldn't. They'd say, like, I can't see your eyes. Where's her eyes?
That's right. That's right.
Hi,
welcome back to me.
We were getting into the 50s. If you want to continue, we were getting into the 50s and how women looked amazing, and I love to dress in 50s dresses, but then I think about the fact that they clean ovens that way back in the day. And she just froze again. Did we all freeze? Oh, no, she's frozen.
Are you kidding me? Am I okay?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You look good.
Okay, so, well, I look good. At least I look good when I freeze. So in 1950s, they even had, like, hand-held can openers, and I was just, a friend of mine just put up, the fact that she had to use a handheld can opener, right?
They still exist.
Yeah.
I
know. So the thing is not only did the women look great, they had no technology to help them run their homes. So they did a lot of work. So I'll give them kudos for that. But it's 2013. I just wanted to let everybody who still feels their wife needs to do certain duties, that it is like 63 years later. Things change.
My dream is to get a Roomba for Christmas. Those robots that you just turn them on and they're like little pets and they'll suck all the dirt out. That would be perfect.
I had one of those.
Do you know Donna offered to come and clean your house, Abby?
I know, but yes, and then should probably be there for a couple days, and then every time I would come in, it would smell like cookies, and some women are blessed with this, and I'm not.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
learning.
Because, when you look at how far we've come, I mean, if they took the three of us and put us back in the 50s, how long before, well, I would probably get lynched, but, you guys.
I'd be fired. I would be fired.
You're right. Could you imagine? I
actually think I do. I actually think I do well. I would do
yes, I agree.
I can knit, I can sew, I can cook, and I can sort of clean. That is up for debate in this
You
household.
said you enjoyed cleaning. That's
Oh,
different.
I do. I actually love cleaning. I love to clean. I'm going to clean somebody's house tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it.
So our attitudes towards the wifey duties, we have attitude, as you can see. We definitely have attitudes about wifey. We do, and we don't want to be thrown back into the 50s. We kind of like to do what we like to do. I like keeping a clean house. I do, and I like cooking when I want to. Notice I said when I want to, and a lot of times, as of late, I kind of like hanging out on the computer with like what we're doing. We work a lot during the day. So what in the heck is going on?
I don't know. Because I invited you back because I thought you left our call. I'm sorry, it's my fault.
Once again,
I'm here.
Maybe now down to one person who might be listening to us. Again, this is our second live broadcast, and we will only get better. I mean, we can't really get
Can't get any more. It's fun. I'm having fun, though.
I'm having a great time. I'm having an absolute great time.
Well, I got to tell you, running a Google Hangout is not in the wifely duty contract, so I didn't get that in my guidebook that somebody from the Butler household sent me. Right?
Yeah, I don't know where he is. I don't know where she is.
Where Ivy. I don't know where anybody goes.
I'm at the offices, so I had to close the door.
The thing is I think that, John's really good at grocery shopping and that sort of thing. He used to cook all the time. But I really like to do the laundry and do the cleaning, and there's a reason for it. It's a lot less stressful for me, right? Because I know
I don't like even unloading the dishwasher, and I love the fact that I have one.
and nothing's going to get lost because I know where everything is. I can't imagine having somebody else putting the socks and underwear away because they put it away in a different spot, or the knives and forks, they put it away in a different spot. It used to drive me crazy. I'd go to my sister's house and I'd try to get her kids to put things right back where they should be, and that never happened, right? So you spend all this time searching for things. It makes you crazy.
Yeah,
like a Stepford wife.
I actually know where everything is in my organized chaos, thank God. That's my talent.
Oh, for sure.
But if someone messes with the chaos, I don't know where anything is.
Right.
Then you don't want me there because I'm the last person. And someone told me that. I cleaned up my daughter's room last week, and she was lost, and that wasn't a wifey duty. That was a mommy duty. That's another show. But, she was lost. And so when I look at what, what wifey duties are, and I think really quickly, if I was to summarize what I've learned in the last few days, what the perception of people, that I talk to, like I said, I'll get the videos up as soon as I can, is that wifey duties consist of making sure that there's food and making sure that your man is taken care of. And speaking of man taken care of, guess who's about to sit next to you?
Oh, I better take my glasses off for this one.
Yeah,
actually, I'm really excited. He's coming on. So, I actually interviewed Ivy, and I was he teared up when I asked him about his wedding day to Donna, and it was really touching. So I was shocked when I heard that you wrote this text message, and we would like to get the background on the text message from you. Why did you write it? What did you mean behind it? What is your version of this text message?
And you're live too, so.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sent me a message, and my response to the message was, when you take care of your wifely duties, then whatever we're addressing would stop.
Well, what are you addressing?
Her wifely duties, sex, intimacy,
Oh my God.
Look at
So
you.
it's all about getting some?
Okay, you're not.
Donna did not tell us this
Yeah,
side of it.
I know she wouldn't tell you that
I-
part.
You made it seem like vacuuming or something. I don't
No.
know.
Oh, look, you know what? This is the first time
No.
I'm hearing this too.
No.
So this, I didn't see this in the
There's
text.
some kind of sucking action going on.
Oh no, she didn't.
Yes,
Oh
she-
no.
Oh,
But see, why is that called a wifely duty when I feel like that's part of a relationship
Come on, come on. Get it
for a
out.
woman too? It shouldn't be a duty.
No, see, I used the wrong word. Duty was not the appropriate word. But see, and the reason why I said duty because responsibility wasn't a very good word either. So I thought I saw
Responsibility in the
But I-
bedroom?
Responsibilities, I think, even worse.
So I chose the wrong word. I chose the wrong word, but now, and the thing is, I didn't elaborate. We're just now elaborating now what I actually meant
See,
because
I
she didn't ask me.
Right, I stopped.
Because
My heart was hurt.
when I
You
said it,
apologize or something as well. I don't know.
no, I did apologize.
No, he did not.
No, Donna apologized to you for being
I did apologize. I said I am sorry.
No, she didn't.
I did too. You want to see the
No,
text?
she didn't.
Hold on.
No, she didn't.
Oh, wait a minute.
And the
I
thing-
love
You
it.
have to show him this
This
text.
is the best part of the show right now.
Yeah, you keep talking to
and the
him.
thing about it,
Hold on. You go. Yeah, because you need to see what. Wait, you got to see where I
and
apologize.
the thing about
I
it,
love how we really
the remainder of the evening, it was nut. That brick wall was up. It was solid steel, reinforced everything.
I'm sorry. I am angry, and
Oh
you
my
have hurt.
God. Donna's
No,
like,
no, she wasn't saying I'm sorry for what I did. She said I'm sorry, I'm angry.
And I hurt you, and you have hurt my feelings. I'm still trying to overcome fighting back like this. That sounds like an apology.
That's not. I'm sorry for the way I've been handling things. Please forgive me. I'm sorry you pissed me off. I'm sorry that I got out of that.
well,
See?
can I just ask though, in the bedroom, if you want a woman to do their, I don't even want to say that, but if you want
If you want
a
passion,
good thing in the bedroom, I think the foreplay is verbal foreplay, and it starts in the morning when you say good morning to her and you talk to her. If you want something in the evening, that's where it starts.
If you want something in the morning, just go for it.
Let me share something.
No, exactly. Just go for it.
Let me share something, ladies.
I agree.
This does not belong in the bedroom. This does not belong in the bedroom. Television should not belong in the
Oh, hold
bedroom.
on.
I've learned a very good lesson from
Shoot.
Danny Johnson. She said, if you want, the bedroom is for intimacy, not
Where's
electronic devices.
where's your nook?
She's gonna get. It's about some education.
I can't get over there to get it quick enough. But when I come in the room, he's got. Oh, hold on. These.
This is hilarious.
He's got these in his ears.
Okay, so
something
no, here.
something
here-
is working out because you've been married for what, 25 years?
I think it's
October
25
31st.
5
You
years.
Something's
remember-
working.
October
25 years?
October 31st will be 25 years.
It is 25 years.
25 years this year.
Something's working.
The thing is, pertaining, I was waiting for you to get back with you on the interview because you asked what's allowed us to be together for 25 years, and I finally pinpointed it. We both are so passionate about family. No
About
matter
what?
in family.
The
Family.
F word.
Oh,
Family.
family.
Yeah,
The
family.
F word.
And
Which it all starts with. Family starts with the F word.
Yes, yes. Wait. That is so true. Yes.
family. Stop that. But that's what I finally realized is family that has kept us together this long.
You know, Ivy, I knew it had to be about sex, and this is why. Because when I visited your house, You do my laundry. So I couldn't believe that you were asking about, you were telling her that she wasn't doing the laundry or she wasn't picking up after the kids or something like that, right? So it started to dawn on me that, well, Ivy's actually folded my underwear for me, so it can't be about cleaning and household.
Donna did not.
It's got to be about sex.
Wifey duties were.
I didn't know what the wifey. Look, this is live. I just heard what the wifey duties were, just like you just heard the wifey duties.
What? But if you would have said responsibilities, that's worse too.
I know, that's why I didn't use responsibility.
Why didn't you just come out and say, I'm not getting enough.
Tonight.
I need some.
Oh, I sent those texts also last week.
Oh. See, Donna just did not. She just went right. She said wifey duties.
She sleeps with this.
So what's the attitude shift here? How are you going to shift your attitudes, you guys?
See this face? Okay, as long as you see this face. I don't want foreplay on the iPhone. I don't want foreplay on the iPhone.
Come take a shower with me. I'll take a shower with you.
Well, we asking Donna who's next to you right now.
You want to see my face again?
So I'm off the hook. Am I off the hook now?
That is her Stepford wife look.
Am I off the hook?
You get it, you got it. You picked up on it. That's exactly it.
Am I off the hook now?
Yeah, but I have a question for you, Ivy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
okay, so there are a lot of men, though, that do think that their women have a certain role to play in the family unit, and that they have to cook, and they have to clean, and they have to know how to sew. And where is that coming from? And are men feeling emancipated because women, like us, can do all kinds of things now? We've got all this technology, and Donna looks really strange.
Yes, that's her Stepford wife. What about emasculated?
I don't feel threatened by the multitude of things my wife do, because I think if that keeps her fulfilled and enjoying life, she should do it. I can cook, I can clean, I can do the laundry. I do all that. I do it all.
And very well. You do.
And thank you very much. But I believe if that's what she wants to do, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
What if someone doesn't want to do it? I'm just screwed.
People are going to do what they want to do, and they're going to do what they don't want to do. But the thing is,
I feel in other areas, the bedroom is never a problem for me. So, oh my gosh, Stefan, look at me like, well.
Now, no, you're going to get emails now.
Lots of emails. Lots of emails.
Lots of emails. Hi, honey. I saw you. You're so beautiful. I'd like to get to know you better.
So
don't close the door on a new opportunity.
That's right.
She's about to set me up.
What advice, Ivy, do you have out here for the men that
Good question.
that there is? You know, you say to each his own, but what can you say from your experience, you know, with me and having a house full of women and your little boy is growing up? What could you say if you were talking to Michael right now about wifey duties?
Well, when I look back at our marriage, and I was able to understand where the discourse went away, because as our kids were growing, we started having kids growing and having their own issues, and it became more of a stress on our family. So what it did, it pulled her closer to her daughters and her children, and I stayed busy working. So, but one of the things I want to share with all you ladies and your viewers, she's been an excellent mom. She's been a fantastic mom, because she never distanced herself from her children through all their trials and everything they've gone through. But just like I told you, as far as mentors, we never had anyone to speak with us to help us to understand the balance that we should have in our marriage. We never had that. We had one guy said, "Ivy, you need to suck it up." That wasn't very good advice. And something else that we had a person tell us, we should have continued date night as husband and wife. We never did that because we were so involved in trying to keep our family together with all the things that we've gone through. But the thing that I would hope your listeners would understand is that you've got to find balance. And the thing that has allowed us to stay together this long, there is balance, and it's not such an issue that I would go elsewhere for those duties because it's not important. It's not important. What's the most important thing is us staying together and working through those trials and being able to overcome those trials and celebrating 25 years of marriage coming October 31st.
Bam!
Ivy's the one that's going to get the little letters now.
I know. He's going to get the letters now.
He's taken.
So that's amazing advice from an amazing man. I know Ivy personally, and you guys, you'll fall in love with him when you meet him in person, and we'll make sure we get him coming along with us on a ride somewhere soon. I want to let everybody know that we have a new website coming out soon. We're just working on it, and it's looking awesome, and it's almost time to wind the show down and put her in park. And for all those people that have a book of wifely duties, I have a suggestion. I suggest that you hide the book and that you start talking to each other and communicate and find out what you're all good at, and then share the responsibilities for your family. And maybe sometimes go to bed at the same time, or don't get up in the morning, and just have a little bit of fun together.
I like that one.
There you go. So Donna, it is time to put it in park. I want Abby to have a few last words, and make sure you join us on our Google Plus page so you can watch this crazy show for every Wednesday. We'll get it right. And then make sure you follow us on Facebook, The Attitude Shift, and Twitter, The Attitude Shift. We're there. We hang out there all week, and you can find Abby DeVera, Siobhan Shaw, and Donna M. Butler on Facebook, our private pages. You can hang out with us there. We do lots of fun things. Abby, say goodnight.
Good night. Thank you so much from La La Land. And just remember, wifey duties, be yourself, be authentic, and be loved for who you are, and the balance. That was a good key word, Abby. Good one. Over to Louisiana.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to put it in park, and I'm going to say, you know what, he's right. We do have to find balance. It's not easy. You know, we juggle a lot. I juggle a lot, and he has been left by the wayside a lot of times in choices that I've made. But one thing about it is that we, you know, shift really well together when we do shift. Wink, wink. We shift really well together. And with that being said, you know, you have to each its own. If you want to wear the high heels and the pearls and be the June Cleaver, who knows? I might turn him on. I might try that and see where that gets me. You know, who knows where that's going to get you. But you know what? Always, as always, we're here to shift. We're here to help make your life better and get you back on track. It's another Wednesday under our belt. On behalf of Abby DeVera, Siobhan Shaw, I am Donna M. Butler. This is Ivy J. Butler, a.k.a. Daddy Man. Ooh, maybe I'll get him to put that costume on. Peace out, y'all. Mwah. Love it.